Hey everyone, welcome back to Losing It for Good. I'm so glad you're here because today we're going to be talking about something I think a lot of us struggle with, um, and that's how to get moving when it feels like your body just does not want to cooperate. Um, Maybe you're dealing with pain, fatigue, or just feeling completely out of shape. Whatever it is, I get it, and you're not alone. Let me start by saying this. I'm not an expert. Okay, I'm just someone on this journey with you, learning and sharing as I go. So let's explore some ways we can gently, safely, and effectively start moving, even if it feels hard. So, a quick update. This week's weigh in shows that I'm at 301.2 pounds. Um, But more importantly, I've been focusing on small movements to get my body used to being active again. And let me tell you, it's been eye opening. Movement doesn't have to mean intense workouts or running to the gym every day. It can be as simple as stretching or standing up more often. Progress isn't just about the scale. Um, it's it's actually more about how we feel and how we show up for ourselves every day. So last week was a bit of a tough week for me. Um, my pain levels were okay. My knees weren't the greatest, but that's par for the course. But the tiredness, the fatigue has been terrible. Even now, it's like, ugh. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Regardless, um, let's talk about movement or exercise or activity, whatever you want to call it that makes it feel comfortable to you. When you're dealing with chronic pain, limited mobility, or even just this mental hurdle of starting, um, I have that one a lot too, where just getting started is hard. And it's easy to feel stuck. But here's something that surprised me, okay? Even small, gentle movements can have a huge impact on how we feel. It's not about sweating it out or hitting the gym. It's about finding ways to move that work for your body. Some examples. Have you ever heard of chair yoga? It's a game changer. It's exactly what it sounds like. Yoga you can do while sitting down. You can stretch, twist, and even work on your balance without ever having to leave your seat. Um, and if that feels like too much, try bed yoga. That's a thing. Stretching while lying down can help with stiffness and pain, especially if mornings are tough with you. As somebody who deals with fibromyalgia, mornings are awful with pain, especially on the legs and the feet and things like that. Another great option is wall yoga or wall stretches. Um, the wall gives you support while you stretch, making it a safer option if balance is an issue. And let's not forget about the tried and true water exercises. I know not everyone has access to a pool, but if you do, it's incredible. Um, the water supports your weight, takes pressure off your joints, and it just lets you move more freely. Even walking in waist deep water can make a difference. So, here's something I didn't realize until recently. Movement can actually help with pain. My rheumatologist, because I have arthritis, my rheumatologist has been telling me forever that the more I walk, the better my knees will feel. And that seemed like a contradiction. But when I move, it hurts, you know? But when we're inactive, our muscles stiffen up and our joints can feel even worse. Gentle movement increases body flow, loosens things up, and even releases endorphins. And those are those natural feel good chemicals that can help with both pain and mood. Um, he even said that, movement with joints especially, eventually they'll start lubricating and not hurting quite as much. I never gotten to that stage, so we'll find out together. But apparently, it's like giving your body a little gift every time you move. Now, here's something that may be new to you, or maybe it's just a good reminder. Um, but did you know that even just standing up and sitting down a few times can count as exercise? It's called sit to stand exercise, and it's fantastic for building leg strength and improving mobility. You just start small, just a few reps, and work your way up. I know it's hard to get up and sit down all the time. That's why I tend to just sit most of the time. But yeah. Um, Another idea is try walking in place. Set a timer for 1 minute and just march your feet while you're watching TV or listening to music or whatever. You'd be amazed at how much these little movements can add up. And if you're someone who gets winded easily, don't worry, take breaks, go slow, and just listen to your body. There's no rush. A lot of people want to lose a certain amount of weight by a certain amount of time. And I think that when we do that, and trust me, that's been my biggest obstacle right from the start. When we do that, it tends to it gives us unrealistic goals to try and accomplish, and it sets us up for failure, because if we don't meet those goals by those dates, then inevitably we feel like a failure. So just remember the small steps of moving forward. As long as you are moving in the right direction and the choices you're making contribute to your goal and not take away from it, then that's what matters. On that note, I actually would like to just specify that I'm not sure if I'm going to continue with the weighing in every week. Until I started this journey, I actually hadn't weighed myself in a long time, and I really don't like the feeling it gives me of, even though I was down, it's not about whether it's up or down. It's just that focusing on the weight part as opposed to just the lifestyle changes and the taking steps in the right direction. So I may do it once a month. I may keep doing it once a week. I don't know, but I'm really trying not to be fixated on the number as much as just feeling better and having a little bit more mobility and energy and that sort of thing. So anyways, so let's take a look back. We worked on finding your big why, the thing that drives you and keeps you going. And then we got real about those sneaky excuses that love to hold us back. I'm just curious if you've come across any more since you watched that last episode. If so, let me know in the comments, because I had some interesting feedback on that one. But all of that is the groundwork that brings us here. Because turning those mental shifts into physical action, and I know movement can feel overwhelming, especially if you're in pain. But remember, it's not about how much you do, it's about starting, even with the smallest step. So I've been reading your comments, and so many of you have mentioned feeling stuck because of chronic pain or fatigue. One of you said even walking to the mailbox feels impossible some days. And you know what? That's okay. Start with what you can do. Maybe today it's just standing up during a commercial break or stretching your arms while you're sitting down. Every little bit counts. So this week's challenge, okay? Pick one gentle movement to try. It could be chair yoga, a wall stretch, walking in place for a minute, or even just standing up and sitting down a few times throughout the day. The goal isn't to push yourself. It's to start moving in a way that feels good for your body. And remember, movement is not about perfection or pushing through that pain. Remember, they used to say, no pain, no gain? It's about showing your body love and care. And the more we move, the better we'll feel. And if you need a reminder, that's what I'm here for. Let's just do this together, one small step at a time, no pun intended. So thanks for spending time with me today. Please don't forget to hit the subscribe and the like button. And what's one gentle movement that you're going to do? Let me know in the comments. I can't wait to hear from you. I'll put some references that I've come across in the description for this video. So if you're looking for some ideas for all of these that I mentioned or others, I'll put them in the description, and then you can access them. A friend of mine sent over some chair yoga exercises, so I'll post those as well. Anyways, I can't wait to hear from you. And next week, I'll be diving into food. Kind of cooking, but I'm not really a cook or like to cook or enjoy cooking. I like the idea of cooking, but I do not like cooking. Or is it that I don't like the cleanup after cooking? I haven't quite figured that out yet. But anyways, until then, it's losing it for good, and stay strong, stay healthy, and try and stay a little bit more active. Okay, we've got this. Talk to you later. Bye.